Welcome to another edition of Breaking News, brought to you by Source Selection Soundbites. Today we will discuss the case of Ridgeline Industries, Inc., decided at the GAO. In this case, the agency decided to issue an award to Camel Manufacturing Company because after conducting a study, it determined that the company was having trouble maintaining the needed industrial capacity to make tents in accordance with military specifications. In response, DLA decided to fund a minimum sustaining rate of production to preserve domestic production capacity in the interim, and began planning for the long term. The sole source justification invoked the agency's authority to provide for award of a contract to particular source to maintain the source for a national emergency or to achieve industrial mobilization. A protest was launched against the agency's sole source action. The protester argued that the award was improper because they were not considered, even though they have only a handful of key employees with the knowledge and skills to manufacture military specification tents, and they also face the risk of closure. The agency countered by demonstrating that the vendor had produced components of the tent, which is different from producing the tent itself. Agency records demonstrated that Ridgeline made its last military-grade tent about 25 years prior to this award. Thus, DLA argued its effort to maintain the existing industrial base does not require making award to a firm that wishes to become a new supplier of tent systems, but only to maintain existing capacity. Ridgeline countered by arguing that it was an active participant in the market, but did not supply any facts to demonstrate its assertion or that the agency abused its discretion. En route to finding against Ridgeline, the GAO noted that the Competition in Contracting Act provides that agencies have authority to conduct procurement to establish or maintain sources of supply for a particular item of interest for the national defense. Agencies need not obtain full and open competition where the procurement is conducted for industrial mobilization purposes and may use other than competitive procedures where it is necessary to award the contract to a particular source or sources. Decisions as to which producers should be included in the mobilization base and which restrictions are required to meet the needs of industrial mobilization involve complex judgments that must be left to the discretion of the military agencies. GAO stated it will question those decisions only if the evidence convincingly shows that the agency has abused its discretion. Now let's address a few of the lessons learned from this protest. They include: 1. The government has great discretion in industrial mobilization-related decisions. 2. To overturn an industrial mobilization decision, the protester must show the government abused its discretion. And 3. The Industrial Mobilization Authority does not require the agency to support vendors who wish to become new suppliers. In this episode of Source Selection Soundbites, we discussed the Ridgeline case and the sole source concepts related to industrial mobilization. This concludes today's Source Selection Soundbite. If this video was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button to ensure you don't miss any new material. If you want more details on the subject, they are available on the Source Selection Answer app. It contains lectures, quizzes, court cases, sample documents, and more material that allows practitioners to quickly obtain actionable knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you next time.